Hey, y'all, listen. What's today? Happy Thursday, y'all. Happy Thursday. Listen, welcome into the building. It's the new year, and we're in the second day of the new year. Happy Thursday. I hope all is going well for y'all so far. Listen, people going to court already in 2025. We coming out with a bang. Okay, listen. Jay-Z, even though the lawyer, the judge spanked his hand in his lawyer's hand, they gotta win. Yes, they did. They got a win in the court. Tony Busby pissed about it, but they got a little win. The judge, after being all, puffing her chest, she said, go ahead and file the motion. Go ahead and file the motion. I'm telling y'all right now, this case gets dismissed. It's an indirect win-win for Diddy. I'm staying close to this situation. We got to see how this thing goes down. Tony Busby responded, but whatever. That's what Diva's saying. Diva's saying whatever. Tony Busby is going back and forth, and that's what he's supposed to do. He's a lawyer, right? But right now, Jay-Z and his lawyer, Alex Spiro, they winning this thing. Yes, they are. The judge said, go ahead. After she talked all that cash money junk, she said, go ahead and file the motion to dismiss. We're going to see how this goes. Because Jay-Z needs this thing to go away. Because his wife is not happy. They said happy wife, happy home. So she's not happy right now. So the home is not happy. We're going to talk about it, okay? We're going to get into this with this Jay-Z and Alex Spiro thing. So listen, JLo, she's relentless. It's tiresome. And y'all know I like JLo over here. I like her. I got no problem with JLo. But you know what? She needs help. And, I got to do another court session. Maybe I'll do a court session every quarter because we got to bring her to court. And I'm going to mandate that she goes to therapy. And I don't even know if I want her to do outpatient. I think I need her to do inpatient therapy for at least 30 days. And then for 90 days straight afterwards, she could do online Zoom meetings with the therapist for about 2 hours per day. She doing too much. She doing too much. Now you want to blame Ben Affleck's ex-wife on your problems with Ben. Ain't nothing worse than one woman blaming another woman for her problems with a man. I told you right now, I would never call another chick about who's supposed to be my man. If he over there with you, that's where he want to be. And I just got to deal with it. But I'm not about to call you, ask you why, how, this, that. No, I will not. I will stay in my house and have my friends come feed me, spoon feed me first. Pray over me. Help scoop me up off the floor. But I am not calling no other chick about a man. No, I'm not. That's right, Emmanuel. I'm not fighting. No, I'm not fighting no chick over no man. Not me. No, I'm not doing it. So now she want to say, yeah, JLo is annoying. She want to say that Jennifer Garner is a real villain in her marriage. Girl, your man said that he only married you because he was like in a dream. He was in a fog. And when he woke up from his dream, he was like, oh my God, we're married. That's why it took you so long to find a house, because he didn't want to find no house with you. He didn't want you. And he didn't know how to back out of that thing after day 3. They said they was arguing on the honeymoon. If you and your husband are arguing at the honeymoon, and it's this beautiful, they went to a beautiful place. I got to look up where they went. And y'all arguing at the honeymoon, and you think Jennifer's the problem? No, Ben Affleck was the problem. And he told you way back when y'all first got engaged, and never got married. He told you then how he didn't want you. You allowed him to tell you twice. You can't be mad at Jennifer Garner. You can't be mad at your friends. You can't be mad at nobody. Be mad at yourself. Yeah, they went to Italy. Thank you, Sebastian. How you go to Italy and y'all arguing and it's your honeymoon? Yeah, I'm hitting the gavel. JLo has got to go to therapy. I have cut her slack after slack after slack, but now I got to just put my foot on her neck. She calling Jennifer Garner the real villain. You be in that girl face. You was at her house. You taking her kids shopping. Her daughter's wearing your dress. And now you want to talk about, well, I always knew something wasn't right with them. Well, you didn't go with your gut instinct, so you don't even trust yourself. And you too grown for this, JLo. JLo was in her 50s. At some point in your life, and hopefully once you hit the 50 mark and beyond, trust yourself. Yeah, trust yourself. Yeah, I do. I trust myself. Something don't smell right, don't look right, then it ain't right. And if I'm wrong, oh well. No, this is a mess. You let that man play you twice. Now you talking about you feel like a fool, but you went into the whole thing too soon, too fast. So you was with the foolery. And I don't know about all of this opposites attract. This man smoked, he drank, he go to Dunkin' Donuts, he eat Kentucky Fried Chicken, McDonald's. He don't do a squat. You the hell queen. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you decide, you're going to do an alcohol brand and you don't even drink. And your man was like, I'm a recovering alcoholic. Y'all was just a mess from the start. A whole hot mess. And now you want to blame Jen? No, girl. You got to look in the mirror. You know that song by Michael Jackson I love? I'm looking at the man in the mirror. Look in the mirror, girl. Come on, man in the mirror. Blaming other people. She running and hiding. She want to blame everybody but herself. Woe is me. No, girl, you grown. You grown. You over 50. You look good. You had a great career. Lay low right now. Because you getting mad when you go on the streets anyway and people asking you about Diddy. We're going to talk about JLo. She on here tonight because the title is called Family Matters. Family Matters. Jay-Z need this thing to be over because Beyonce had enough. His precious Beyonce had enough. And Blue Ivy's sick of it too. She's supposed to be having her breakout moment, and here come you with these allegations against you. So Alex is on the job. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to save every coin I have. Anything ever happen, I'm calling Quinn Emanuel. They be like, you can't afford Alex. I know I can't, but can you give me someone who just got there? How much is the newbie? Because I know y'all not going to want to lose in your office no matter which one of your lawyers is on the case. How much is the newbie? I'm going to Quinn Emanuel. Because Jay-Z had his foot on Alex's neck and Alex had his foot on everybody's neck and was like, drop this case now. We're going to talk about it. We got to talk about Bill Cosby. Because unfortunately, no matter how this case turns out for Diddy, I'm feeling like he's going to end up with $0 like Bill Cosby. Now, you're going to give me my moment because it's 2025. I need a moment right here. When there's no more money in the bank account, in the Combs family, my heart is going to break for the kids. I may have to help find them some PPP loans, scholarships. subsidized housing. My heart's gonna break for the kids. Yes, it is. Because they don't know this life. They don't know work, get a check like, oh my God, and Mama Combs. I'm feeling for Mama Combs too. Because Mama Combs, well, how old is Mama Combs? How old is Mama Combs? She's in her 80s. We can't have Mama Combs moving back to Mount Vernon. She don't know that life no more. 85. Yeah, 82. She's in her 80s. But we don't need Mama Combs. Shout out to Mount Vernon. Ain't nothing wrong with Mount Vernon. I'm just saying Mama Combs don't know that life anymore. I wonder if Mama Combs still got the chef over there in that house. Times are tight right now for the Combs family. They came and repoed Justin Combs' car. Now, I did see the twins. They turned 18 and they went on vacation. Now, I don't know if they was able to go on vacation and still use the private jet. I'm not sure. Or did they have to go commercial? Did they have to go on a regular flight, maybe first class? I'm not sure. But I know they ain't used to regular life. So prayers up for the Combs kids. Because I think it's going to be a situation like this Bill Cosby right now. So Bill Cosby has two very prestigious brownstones in New York. Brownstones townhouses. He has a prime realty property out there in New York. And not one. The other day I heard just one. But they said both his homes are in foreclosure. The one his son used to live in and the one that him and Camille currently live in. Now, I don't want to lean on Camille's neck too much, but I got to lean on it a little bit. When her husband was locked up, and even when he got out, Camille didn't want to give up the drivers, the housekeepers, the cooks. She was oblivious. She wanted to pretend like he was still Bill Cosby with the pudding commercials and the Bill Cosby show. Camille, your husband was accused and convicted of some heinous crimes. You got to let go of the driver, the chef, the housekeeper, the landscaper. You better go to Barnes & Noble, get you a book on how to do the gardening, cutting your grass and stuff. But no, she didn't want to do that. I did a video a long time ago where she just refused to give up her lifestyle. She was really living like all is good. And now here you are in your 80s. Somebody tell me how old Bill and Camille are. Y'all in your 80s, and now y'all going to be homeless. Rent is nasty. Listen, rent, Bill 87, thank you, Sebastian. How old is Camille? Listen, rent for like if they get a 2-bedroom, they may have to get them a studio apartment. Camille is 80. In her 80s, oh my gosh, this is sad. This is sad. In her 80s, they're gonna be in a studio apartment. Her and Bill. They're gonna have to get the lower level, the first floor. That's what they're gonna have to do. And I don't even know if they're gonna be able to get the first floor apartment in an elite neighborhood. I don't know. They come to Jersey, they might be living next to me. I don't know. But what I do know is right now, both of their homes is in foreclosure. But see, Bill is messy too, because when you got out of jail, you should have told Camille, give me back the checkbook. Man up. Man up. You should have told Camille, give me back the checkbook. You don't want the housekeeper, the cooker, and the driver to go, but they got to go. Are we going to be homeless? Put your foot down. And then that other home that your son wasn't in no more, you should have been had it on the market. Sometimes you got to stand up and tell your spouse, no, it's over. When I had the money, we lived well. You know all these people sued me. You know they took my money. I ain't got it. For real. I ain't got it. But now, in their 80s, they're facing foreclosure. I don't know if, the Actors Guild, they have a pension. Maybe he got a pension so that way he could get this studio apartment. She didn't want to sell the art. Camille was just, ain't nothing, when you in denial will have you in the streets. Like she's straight in denial about their situation. She's still waiting to be invited to the Essence Awards and do all these charities and stuff. Camille is over. It's a wrap. And it's a shame that your husband was at the top. She was another one where doors will fly open. Oh, Camille Cosby's here. Child, now your name is Mud. All because your husband, like Diddy, didn't want to keep it in his pants. You married. You shouldn't be out here frolicking with other females. But that's what you did, Bill. And so now here you are, the two properties in a very prestigious neighborhood, and you're in foreclosure. And they're not going to do you like they did Kim Zolciak and Corey Behrman. They're going to put your butt out. Y'all be on the streets by probably February of this year. They ain't going to give y'all a whole lot of time. I doubt it. And who going to save you? I don't know. Maybe they could write to Tyler Perry. Maybe Tyler Perry, he can help save one of their homes. I don't know. If Tyler Perry in a good mood, I don't know. But I know it's messy. And if we have time, depending on how these stories go, I may add this Jeffrey Madry, on the docket, because this is about family matters. We haven't seen not a picture of his wife. I really want to see a picture of the wife, just because I'm nosy. I want to see a picture of the wife. I don't know if he have kids. But I know one thing, they went and raided his home today. What a straight embarrassment. You on a job for 35 years. 35 years of your life. That's a major portion of your life. You're on a job for 35 years. At the end, you got to resign with your head down, walk of shame. Not only do you have to resign, they come and they raid your home. Yeah, they came out with boxes like they did with Diddy. They just had boxes. Raided his home. I mean, what a disgrace. They was taking pictures. A raid is so invasive. They going through all your stuff. They breaking stuff. They tossing stuff. They knocking stuff down. You come back in your house and it's a disaster. It's a hot mess. So now you jobless. They raided your home. You can't afford a cleaning person. You got to clean up that mess yourself. And all your good business is all over the TV. That's how you living. See, that's why I keep telling y'all, I hope y'all learn something from me in 2024. Do not let money rule and run your life. Yes, I'm comfortable. I sleep at night. My mortgage paid. The lights are on. To God be the glory. I can afford my internet service. I cook in my own kitchen. And in my development, I promise y'all, no shame in my game. In my development, I have the smallest unit in this development. Yes, I do. And guess what? I'm good. Vivica Fox, good. Okay, I'm good. When people want to get crazy and live out their means, and then here you are in your 80s about to be put on the streets. I don't know who's going to help them. Felicia Rashad? Felicia ain't letting Bill in Camille in her house. No, she not. Because as much as she was 10 toes down for Bill Cosby, she know what he about. She ain't let him in her house. But listen, people, I done talked enough. Best IBK, you said the Cosby still have millions? Well, where's it at? Because why they not paying for their home? One thing I'm going to tell y'all right now, I do not play with is my shelter over my head. We ain't doing that. I'm not playing with my mortgage. Never. There's not a shoe out there, a bag, a dress, a coat, nothing that I'm going to play with my mortgage money. Not a thing. Whose net worth is $500 million? Bill Cosby? I think those numbers are not right. Why would he let his homes go in foreclosure? And I can maybe see the one, but why the one you living in? The numbers is off. Numbers is off. But listen, people, we're going to get on into this, okay? I need to bring the people in the building. Y'all know what I need in the chat if I'm bringing the people in the building, right? I need a what? I need a choo-choo. All aboard, everybody. It is Thursday night trending topics. We're in the second day of 2025, and so far, the dice been rolling in my favor. All's been well, okay? I'm having a good 2025. We need to bring the people in the building. Thank you, choo-choo. It is Family Matters as a topic tonight. We got Jay-Z and Alex Spiro, and yes, they got a win in that court because the judge that was being hardboiled said, okay, go ahead, file the paperwork. We got JLo blaming others for the demise of her marriage. Girl, wake up, get yourself together. And we got Bill Cosby and Camille Cosby, the first Black family, the Cosby Show, when we were so proud as a people to see them on that TV. And now they're going to be homeless. All right, let me bring the people in the building. Hey, Tay.
Hello.
Hey, Sebastian. Hey, Felicia. Hey, Wayne. Hey, Katrina. Hey, Savannah.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, Diva.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, y'all. Listen, welcome in the building. We got stuff to talk about. You know, the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to get into this Jay-Z case. That judge was playing hardball when she first came out. She was so mad at Jay-Z's attorney, Alex Spiro. And then all of a sudden I said, where she just calmed down a little bit because his lawyer would not let up. And as a lawyer, that's what you need. You need a lawyer that's going to be relentless, that's going to fight for you because you're giving them all this money. And Jay-Z, I'm sure, is paying him a pretty penny. And you know what? Give it up for Alex, because that judge said you can file the motion to have this thing dismissed, okay? She gave permission to have it dismissed. Look at that smile. They found a great picture there. Come on. He's like, yes. He's like, yeah, Alex. Jay-Z granted permission to file dismissal motion in assault case, okay? So Jay-Z's legal team has scored a small victory with the judge presiding over his assault case, now allowing his attorney to file a dismissal request. Court reporter Megan shared her court documents confirming that the judge, Annalisa Torres, granted lawyer Alex Spiro's request to submit a motion to dismiss. The decision marks a shift for Torres, who had previously expressed concerns that Jay-Z defense team was attempting to dismiss the lawsuit without proper due diligence. As Megan, you can follow her on Instagram. She does always connect the case to her story to let you know she did her research, okay? So the court has revealed defendant Sean Carter's letter seeking to file a motion to dismiss plaintiff's amended complaint and plaintiff's letter in opposition accordingly. So first, Carter's request to file a motion to dismiss plaintiff's amended complaint is granted, okay? So the amended complaint added Sean Carter as celebrity A, who helped Diddy allegedly or her. So they said he has a right to ask for it to be thrown out. By February 6, 2025, Carter shall file his motion. He can file anytime before, but that's the date where he has to file it by. By February 28, 2025, plaintiff shall have her opposition papers. And by March 14th, after she put in her opposition papers, he has the March 14th to rebuttal yet again, okay, if he wants to. So that just days ago, Judge Torres rejected Jay-Z's bid to dismiss, which accuses him of S-ing a 13-year-old in 2000 alongside music mogul Diddy. Despite this setback, the latest ruling permits Spiro to formally file a motion to have the case dropped, signaling a potential shift in the legal proceedings. The victim's attorney, Tony Busby, opposed the filing of the motion, submitting a letter on New Year's Eve to express his objections. While this latest development does not guarantee the case will be dismissed, it marks a positive step for Jay-Z's legal team as they continue to fight the allegations. The motion to dismiss the case is due by February 6th, and the outcome will be closely watched by both sides while both sides prepare for the next phase of this high-profile legal battle. But right now, it's a win. Tay, your thoughts?
That's a good lawyer right there that you need right there to do his homework.
Come on now, the homework.
Do his research.
Come on now to the research.
Take the case by step right there. Not to rush it. I like some lawyers that we know about. Last time we talked about that lawyer. What's her name, Diva? I forgot her name.
You talk which lawyer? Oh, you talking about? There's so many. Ariel Mitchell Kidd. There's so many.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the one that take that lady who claims the bar guard who know her.
Gloria. Oh, you talking about Red? Yeah, Gloria or Red? Yeah, she.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Did not take the Zeppo just like Alex what he did, one by one, and take his time at one at a time, day by day, night by night, right there. That's a Lord right there you need right there to know what he's doing and what he say in the court law. Right there. That's all, Diva.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Sebastian, your thoughts? Sebastian, are you there? Okay, we got to move on. I don't hear Sebastian. Katrina, your thoughts?
The judge must got that white envelope. Yeah, she was very hard nosed at first, but then even though she gave him permission to file, there still might not be a dismissal. So we'll just see what the court case say or what the court case does. With this, like I said, maybe she got that envelope and changed her mind and let him file, but just because he made that motion of filing to have it dismissed, it's still no guarantee that it's gonna be dismissed. So we'll just see how the case goes. That's all I got, Diva.
Thank you. Felicia, your thoughts?
Hey, everybody, and happy, healthy New Year to everyone.
Hey.
So, Katrina, what white envelope you talking about?
The one with the money in it.
First of all, I want to congratulate Quinn Emanuel and Alex Spiro for a job well done.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes the rule of law will prevail. So if you can recall, Alex Spiro gave us the PowerPoint presentations.
Come on now.
2024.
Uh-huh.
And he broke it down.
Yes, he did.
So at the point that Mr. Busby was saying, no, wait a minute, we want this to go on, there was going to eventually come a point in this case where discovery, evidence, what you've got was going to have to be presented.
Come on.
And so this is where we're at. So they filed something on New Year's Eve. Judge read it today. She says, okay, I'm going to give you 30-something days to file to have this amended complaint dismissed. In the meantime, that gives the plaintiff and her attorneys an opportunity to try to get this discovery together, get this evidence together, figure out where she was, whose house was she at, what year was it, who was her father at the time, because there's a lot of stuff out here. And she's also letting them know, meaning the plaintiff, that if you don't have it together within, let's say, the 45 days, this case is going to get dismissed. And I'm talking about the amended complaint, not the original complaint, the amended complaint. And I don't think there was any envelope involved. This is the third time we hear
That
about
was a
some
joke,
envelope.
Felicia.
You know, the would-be daddy who don't know what happened. Allegedly, he got an envelope. All these people got an alleged envelope, yet people out here saying they ain't got no money. The divas say the Cosby's going to be on the street. Soon I'm going to see him out there in front of the Saks. So, I mean, I don't know who got the money. But anyways, I believe the rule of law is fully in play here. So it's going to be about 30 days in a little bit that Mr. Carter's name was amended to this complaint. And again, congratulations to Quinn Emanuel and Alex Spiro. They are great, great attorneys. Yeah. I'm done.
I appreciate you. Savannah, your thoughts?
Well, this is what having an infinite amount of money and influence behind your name can buy you. I agree with Felicia. This is actually a good lawyer who's done his homework, who is experienced in filing motions and knows how to defend his client and putting the plaintiffs on notice to get their do their homework and due diligence because they're not going down without a fight. Because Jay-Z is not only fighting for his name but his reputation, and also making sure that it's the overall protection of his family. So I just think this lawyer, this is what money buys you. I think this is a legal team that is full of experience and knows what they're doing and have studied the case law and making sure that the plaintiff is on notice that they're in for a fight. So I'm I wasn't surprised at the win. I think this is gonna go in Jay-Z's favor.
All right, thank you, Savannah. Wayne, your thoughts?
Yeah, I was gonna say pretty much what Savannah said, and Felicia. Pretty much money talk and BS walk. Money buy you the best. He didn't have to go through several lawyers. Right up front, he got the best. But didn't in this case, this girl put Diddy in with this? That was the whole thing, right? So now I wonder if they dropping that. Does this drop against Diddy too? Because she implemented Diddy in this too. It said that both of them.
I personally think that Wayne is going to have an impact. It's going to have an impact. It definitely will. And I think Busby is kind of fighting for his life, because just like if you got bad stuff out there that ruins Diddy's reputation, your reputation is going to look muddy when this case that you brought forth falls to pieces and gets dismissed. So
and he has a lawsuit against Busby, right?
Yeah, he does. Now I don't know if once this case, like if this case gets dropped, will he drop his lawsuit? I don't know. If this is a time is going to tell type of thing.
Yeah. But yeah, just gonna say, money talks, BS walk.
Money definitely talks. Sebastian, your thoughts?
Well, hello everyone. I personally think that Jay-Z has the money. He got what he needed to do, fight for his reputation, his name, and etc. The alleged victim did not have credible evidence, did not have many things. Not just evidence, their story even was not even all right. But there is a due process that we all have to go through.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going through that, which he has the right to. I will say this. I kind of agree with you I agree with you completely about how this could have an impact on Diddy's cases and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think Diddy will be behind that jail cell for the rest of his life. This might get one of his cases off, but he has a lot coming for him. He will be behind there for the rest of his life. Diddy's not getting out. That's not happening. The day Diddy gets out is the day I win the lottery.
Well, you know what's interesting though, Sebastian? They thought that all of the people from the YSL case was cooked. They thought they was cooked. They thought they would never see the light of day, including what's his name that ended up getting that ridiculous. The probation is insane. His name is slipping my mind right now. The one that got the probation, and then the other two that didn't take any type of plea deal. Young Thug. Young Thug's probation is insane, and his lawyer himself. Y'all know I get the words from the people, right? His lawyer himself said he wished he didn't take that plea deal. Now that once he saw that the other ones got off the way that they got off. So with court, that's the wild thing about it. You never know how it's gonna go. You could walk, you could not walk. There's people that you would think like this, like Jonathan Majors, for instance, right? Jonathan Majors was seen on the video, running away from this chick. Somehow, some way, they still found him guilty of something, which is just insane, right? Then you got them YSL people, and they allegedly, because they wasn't convicted, they got some charges, I guess, whatever. But they terrorized Atlanta, and now they back in the streets. And Woody, who's a whole hot stinking mess, got a whole podcast, and he raking in the cash now. So you don't know how these things are going to go, but I will say this: regardless of what you do or do not think about Diddy, I do think they are muddying the waters to the point where how can they even get a fair jury? Where again, I will stand by this: the Abercrombie and Fitch guys, the last I heard, they did arrive in New York, and then we not hearing nothing else. So with them, they're going to have the opportunity to get a fair jury because there's not a whole lot of smut in the streets about them. But with Diddy, whether the stories are true, no matter how outrageous they are or were, it only starting to lighten up once Jay-Z's name was connected to one of these cases, right? But before that, no matter how crazy and outlandish the story sounded, people was like, Diddy did it. Diddy did it. They didn't care if dots didn't connect. One of the cases, I mean, literally, it sounded like a movie. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I'm just saying it just didn't make any sense to me. And that's the girl who claims she went to the house. Diddy, somebody called Diddy on the phone, and she told Diddy up front that she felt like he took Tupac's life, so she couldn't stand him. And I'm paraphrasing, but then she finds herself over the guy's house that had her meet Diddy on the phone. Next thing you know, Diddy walks in the door. There was a knife fight. There was pows. She was arred, and then she runs out, and then she comes back, and she spends the night at that house, at the Harbor House, where all of this happened. It's just insane. So, and then we had Thalia Graves, who claimed was crying in the press conference and said Big Joe helped Diddy. And then that whole thing went kibosh. So it's like nobody questions it unless somebody else ends up being connected to the Diddy case, and they're like, no, this is a whole lie. But when it's just Diddy name, everybody's 10 toes down that these people are telling the absolute truth. And I said it, and y'all, I'm gonna wait till this trial happens. I said it, and I said it in the very beginning. from day one. If they had those tapes and those tapes showed anything more than people just having sex, they would have had it in the indictment. And they had plenty of time to come up with the superseding indictment. Where is it? But we're going to move on to the next story. And this is JLo. I listen, I feel shame. I got secondhand shame for JLo because this is just ridiculous at this point. Not you blaming the ex-wife for the demise of your relationship. Sis, it wasn't meant to be. Sometimes we make bad decisions and we just got to live with it. We got to grow up. That's what you call adulting. When you make a bad decision, you be like, you know what, my bad. You know what, I knew he was for the streets and I went back. You just own it. Own it. Like Lisa Rinna said. So Jennifer Lopez called Ben Affleck's ex Jennifer Garner the real villain of their divorce, was played for a total fool. So as Ben Affleck has been spending more quality time with his ex-wife Jennifer Garner amid his ongoing divorce from Jennifer Lopez, the latter is fuming. According to a new report by In Touch, the actor-singer has always been suspicious of Ben and Jen and sees their rekindling their relationship as a betrayal. That's the mother to his kids, girl. Jennifer Lopez was threatened by Jennifer Garner. The report quotes an insider source saying JLo felt threatened by Jen Garner for almost all of her marriage. The way Ben would run to her for advice anytime they had a fight drove her crazy. She has always been suspicious that there's still something between them. And seeing them acting like this cozy, happy family again for the whole world to see has only made her even more sure she was right all along. After 2 years of marriage, Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck filed for divorce in August last year. Since their very public divorce, Ben has turned to Jennifer Garner for support. The two were married from 2005 to 2018 and have 3 children together. A separate report said Ben is just much more comfortable spending time with Garner and their kids. JLo feels like Jennifer Garner is the real villain. However, the In Touch source claims that JLo is feeling humiliated by all of this. It's so humiliating because she feels like she was played for a total fool. Like she ignored her own instincts because she wanted to believe the lies Ben told her. She's furious with Ben, but in her view, it's Jen that's the real villain because she acted like this total sweetheart to Jen's face and made a show wanting to help when in reality, she was running interference the whole time, the source says. Reports say that Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck's divorce procedures have stalled as the two actors cannot agree on how to divide their assets. The back and forth process reportedly has both the actors annoyed and fed up. JLo got to get it together. Tay, your thoughts.
JLo needs to sit down and get some help, a real help for her, child. And you talk about Jennifer, Ben Affleck, his first wife, to talk about her, that she's a real villain. Girl, you just took people, man, married them. And how many times you gotta be married? How many times you got married? What, 4 times, 5 times? I don't even know. Hey, girl, you need to think about your kids too. They gonna need ya. And watch, Steven, watch. She probably gonna find another man. Gonna get married again. Just like with all her relationships that she been through. And then after that, she probably gonna keep that house that her and Ben share the house. And tell me that I don't think Jennifer Garner. I think she's the nice person that you ever met. And tell me that Jennifer Garner was the team JLo and Ben when they first got married. right there. And now you get mad for being left you, girl. You're the one moving the relationship so fast. You and Ben did not click. You know, y'all don't have nothing in common. Well, you both have in common. The only thing you have is acting and kids. That's it.
Mm.
First, Ben, he like to drink, smoke.
Oh my God.
You, Jennifer Lopez, you like to be healthy. You don't smoke and don't drink. You exercise. You steal people their songs. And you get mad at him for what? So he go back to his ex-wife. Girl, grow up. You is 50 years old, something. Grow up, JLo. Grow up. That's all, Diva.
Thank you, Tay Tay. Felicia, your thoughts?
I'm going to be consistent. Jennifer and Ben are both for the streets. Came from the street.
Oh
She's
my.
been for the street. Every relationship she had has been nothing but trash and lies and disrespect. She dishonored Miss Puerto Rico.
Oh my God.
And Mark Anthony's marriage. She went down there, what they say, dropping it low, spreading it wide, conceiving the twins. And now she don't even want them because she ain't never with them. They don't want to be with her.
Oh my God.
But she want to be with Ben Affleck's children.
Oh.
She want to be at the school plays, the teacher meeting night. They're wearing her Oscar dresses. She wants to meet them at the restaurant.
Oh my God.
And they were being kind to her. It's now over. So when she show up at school now, because her kids go to the same school as his kids, they're probably going to have security there to wait to walk her ass right out. Okay? They're going to have her on a list. She's going to do private one-on-one meetings with the teachers. Because she is for the streets, been for the streets, and time is up. It's a damn shame when the street sweeper don't want you.
Oh my God.
Well, that's where she is. She had the loneliest New Year's Eve on record. The loneliest. Anybody feeling bad about not being to the party, not being on a date? You know I love you, Wayne. And somebody not wanting to feed you. But JLo had it worse. She had it worse. So the street sweeper don't want her. It's so over. So now she's blaming others. Too often I hear up here, you reap what you sow. Well, she sowed destruction and dishonor in marriages and relationships. And that's why she's out here by herself. I'm done. And I hope we never have to discuss her again.
Oh my God. Whoo, child. Savannah?
She is absolutely the face of an insecure woman with low self esteem. And with all that beauty, with all that money, with all that body, she is still an insecure, empty woman. I don't know what it is about Jennifer that she doesn't see or value in herself. And I think, I'm not going to put the blame on any of the Jennifers. I think the issue here, and has always been Ben. Ben is just a egomaniac. If he's back with Jennifer Garner, I feel sorry for her because how the way that he did her during the marriage, I think is worse than what he did to Jennifer Lopez. Um, I was hoping she would go away in 2024 as well. I don't want a beginning of 25 with this, stupid triangle and them trying to portray that they're all co-parenting for the sake of the kids. No, you're all in a throuple. This is just all a throuple, and the one that's getting the licks is Ben. I mean, this is all about Ben. I don't know why these two women keep um, belittling themselves and not. I don't know why they have no self esteem. And Ben is going to continue betting both Jennifers. And the good thing is that he can't get their names mixed up. So I think that's in his favor. But this is Ben.
This is Ben. This is Ben. Katrina, your thoughts?
Alicia, you a mess. Um, Jennifer is ridiculous and pathetic. It doesn't. I mean, this woman is just pathetic. Girl, you got enough rings for the days of the week. You've been married so many times. You're not even with none of those men. This man didn't even want you when you was ready to have your first marriage with him. You went to your bridal shower, and the next day you called it. They called it off because he said that you was too extravagant or whatsoever. And then you circle back to him. He was mad with you within 3 days. He was fussing at you on your honeymoon. You was getting in an argument then, but yet still you want to blame the other Jennifer. And if the other Jennifer is going back with him, she's crazy too. He's cheated on her with the nanny. So I don't understand. Like Savannah said, I don't understand what they're fighting for. But Jennifer, girl, go seek help. Get help. You got too much money to be plastered down and worrying about a man. It's ridiculous and it's pathetic. I mean, good Lord, girl, what else do you want? They don't want you. Dang, I mean, can't you get it through your head? They don't want you. He don't want you. Let him go because he didn't let you win. He let you win when the day he married you. So why you keep fighting for it? It's just totally stupid and pathetic and ridiculous. If I had the money they had, y'all wouldn't be thinking about no man. I'd be on the island with my children be in boarding school or wherever they want to be, and I'll be living life and not worrying about a man. But she has to validate herself with a man. If she don't have a man in her life, I think she goes absolutely nuts. And it's ridiculous and it's sad that you got this much potential, even though you stole some other people's stuff. But anyway, you got this much potential that people looked at you in this way and you still acting a fool. So there ain't no man gonna want her because she jumped from man to man. She don't give her body time enough to rest. So seek help. Go to therapy. Do something. Go meditate. It's just ridiculous. It's sick. That's all I got.
Wayne, your thoughts?
Well, in my opinion, Jennifer Lopez is miserable.
Oh.
She's miserable that the people she knows and couples she knows and people that may be around her, she's miserable that they not miserable. And miserable people want company. Misery loves company. I'm sure it's a bit of jealousy there. When you look at people, I'm sure she may have wanted that long marriage or whatever, and she see people still together, happily enjoying their kids, and life is going fine for them. So I think she's just miserable. That's it.
Thank you. Sebastian, your thoughts?
JLo has a lot of issues, a lot of insecurities. She's been married 4 times. She almost got married the last time with A-Rod. So if she did get married and divorce him and then got with Ben, that would have been 5 times. JLo cannot manage to stay single. She has no. It's as if a man drives her. It's as if she seeks the validation from men. She's been with crazy men. She's been with very sane men. She's been with P. Diddy. So maybe that's one of the biggest issues. She's probably contaminated. She got some of his venom in her somehow, and it contaminated her. After seeing him allegedly pow someone in the face, it could hurt you. It really could. But JLo she has a problem. She has a problem because Jennifer Garner she's not in her business. You don't hear Jennifer Garner talking about JLo. You don't hear none of this. This is crazy. And what's wrong with having a good relationship with your co-parent? What's wrong with that? That's a good thing. Why? Is it because you don't have that with Mark Anthony, JLo? You have an issue with that? Is it because Jennifer Garner and Ben have a relationship with each other as parents and they take care of their kids together equally? Is that something that you want with Mark? Because if that's the case, I hope you allowed Mark to have that with his ex-wife Dayanara Torres, who was Miss Universe and everything. I am very like, JLo gets on my nerves when she does this weird sugar honey iced tea. And I'm glad you brought up the point. How the hell you gonna open up an alcohol line? Meanwhile, you don't drink. Your husband's an addict to a lot of things, not just alcohol, allegedly gambling, smoking, a lot. It's too much. JLo's too, and that's the thing. Every time I hear her name in the news or something, I know some BS is gonna come out. I'm tired of JLo. And as Savannah said, we should have left her in 2024. I can't. We're only on day 2. Come on.
Thank you, Sebastian. E, you're out.
Hello. So, thank y'all for stopping at the next stop and letting me on. I do think that this is what happens when we as ladies fail to see the reality of a situation. Because she's not new to it. This is a repeat. So obviously this is her trying to fix something because she believed that the problem was within her before and that she had grown and matured enough to make this spin the block work. Because that's the trend around here. When people get into their 40s and 50s, it's time to spin the block, some people feel. And the reality is, during our heartbreak, we blame everyone for our heartbreak except the nooker who caused it. Everybody is the problem except the man. And, for the past 2 years, I brought you all the phrase 13.2. And y'all, some people beat me up over here. They said I was bitter in the chat. They told me it wasn't all the men. Especially it wasn't the black man. How dare I say such a thing? Y'all told me I did not have love in my life. No. It's nothing wrong with the man, E. It's something wrong with you. Remember, they used to say that in the chat. Well, This is what it looks like when we view things through that lens, that something is wrong with E. Because first it's something wrong with E, and then it's something wrong with you. Because we're going to run out of people to blame until we finally put the blame where it belongs. Sebastian so eloquently stated, Ben is a drunk or a recovering drunk. And in my opinion, Ben is a neglectful father, and he is an absentee husband. He's not deserving of the title husband. He's more or less. And it's nothing wrong with either Jennifer in this situation, except the fact they don't mind man sharing. They both prioritize this title that they have as wife or sister wife, and they put him at the top of their hierarchy of needs. They don't love themselves more than they love men. And they don't love their kids more than they love this man. And it's a lot of people out there who love men more than they love themselves. And we just let it slide. But you know them in your personal life. Some of our mothers, some of our aunts, our sisters, our cousins, our co-workers, and we normalize it. And then when we see these people in celebrity land, then we say, oh, no, they have all that money. No. It's nothing wrong with the women. There's something wrong with the men, and we must beware. As we watch from the outside and we look in, as ladies and some of the gentlemen, we need to take notes. When we have these dreams of happily ever after, and we dream of the white picket fence, the big house and the kids and marriage, sometimes we're going to have to be content with the fact that we're going to have the white picket fence, but we won't have the marriage that goes with it. We'll have the big house, we'll have the kids, but we won't have a husband. We won't have the man there. Instead of having a man to protect us, we're going to have a security system, 24-hour watch. We're going to have happiness, but it's not going to be attached to a penis that sleeps with you every night. Sometimes it's going to have to be a drive-by. He's going to have to spend the night, but he's going to have to get out and go back to his own broken life. We're going to have our kids. We're going to be single parents. Period. We got to get out of this notion that we're going to have this man with us, because as you can see, this man is a nomad. He's going to bounce from house to house, from woman to woman, and the kids will bounce with them and have all kinds of stepmammies and aunties. No. To eliminate that, you're going to have to be content with your white picket fence, and you're going to have to be the queen of your own castle. You're going to have everything you dreamed about except that marriage. Get that out of your dreams.
Oh my, not get the marriage out your dreams. Woo! You said it, Tay. Woo, woo, woo. Oh my gosh. He has spoken. Okay, we're going to go on to the next story. Wow. Okay. JLo, keep your head up, but figure out your life. All right. So let's roll into the next story. So the next story is Bill Cosby and this foreclosure. I'm feeling for Camille, but you know what? They said for better or for worse, but who knew that worse was going to come in your 80s? So let's get into this. So Bill Cosby is facing foreclosure on 2 New York townhouses over claims he failed to repay multiple multi-million-dollar loans. So disgraced actor Bill Cosby and his wife are reportedly facing foreclosure on 2 New York City townhouses after allegedly failing to keep up with repayments on multiple multi-million-dollar loans. According to court documents, Cosby, 87, and his spouse Camille stand accused of defaulting on $17.5 million loan they took out on their 6-story townhouse on East 71st Street in Manhattan, as well as a $4.2 million loan on a separate townhouse on 61st Street. And the lawsuit filed with the Manhattan Supreme Court on December 31st, where they let them spend Christmas in peace. That was nice. Cosby's lender on the first property, First Foundational Bank, is seeking to force to sell the lavish abode to recoup at least some of the money that its lawyers say the actor has failed to repay. As first reported by Our Town, the $17.5 million figure cited in those documents comes from 2 loans taken out on the home, a $12.25 million loan in 2010 and a $5.525 million loan in 2014. Cosby purchased the sprawling home for $6.2 million in 1987 and has since served as primary residence. Realtor.com estimates show that the property could be worth up to $14 million today. So he's underwater here. Like come on, Camille. Look at Camille with her man. She refused. Look at this building. Prestigious. First Foundational alleges that the Cosby stopped repayments on their loan June 1 and that the couple were served with a default notice on November 18. That notice stated that they had failed to keep up with the monthly repayments on the loan while also failing to pay property taxes. First Foundation says the more than $300,000 in property taxes are now owed on the dwelling. Cosby and his wife, who are represented by LLC, were given until December the 12th to repay the money owed. However, First Foundational claims that no payment was made. They ain't got it. Meanwhile, the former Cosby Show star is also facing foreclosure on his second New York abode, which he bought for $1.2 million in 1980, with a second lender, City Mortgage, accusing him of defaulting on a $4.2 million loan that is tied to the 4-story dwelling. City Mortgage claims that Cosby and his wife owe $3.7 million in principal on the loan, as well as interest and fees. Previous reports indicate that the property, which is now estimated to be worth $6.8 million, was primarily used by Cosby's son, Enos, who was unalived in Los Angeles in 1997. The foreclosure cases mark the latest in a long line of legal woes for Cosby, who has been accused of SAR and sex as harassment by more than 60 women in recent years. So I don't know. I don't think Diddy's up to 60 yet, but he's in the running. In 2018, he was found guilty of 3 counts of SA and sentenced to 10 years in prison. He served 3 years before his conviction was sensibly overturned by the Pennsylvania Supreme Court in 2021. Since then, it is understood that Cosby and his wife, who remained with him throughout the SA scandal, has been living primarily at their home in the suburb of Philadelphia. The couple purchased that property for just $225,000 in 1983, shortly before the Cosby Show began airing. Set on a sprawling 3-acre lot, the dwelling boasts 7 bedrooms and 6.5 bathrooms. Also, they got another home. Google Maps imaginary shows the property driveway barricaded with gates and traffic cones, with a large sign reading private property, no trespassing. While Cosby's 2018 conviction was overturned, he has since faced several other allegations and lawsuits. In June 2023, just as recently as June, good gosh, 9 women filed an SA lawsuit against the actor in Nevada court, including former supermodel Janice Dickinson, accusing him of using his enormous power, fame, and prestige to isolate and abuse them. Then in January, he was accused by another woman of drugging and SAing in Las Vegas in 1986 when she was just 15 years old. So he still got the cases coming against him. This is nasty. Whoo, child. Tay, your thoughts?
Camille, his wife, don't want to give that lifestyle that she been married to him for a long, long time. That's why she wanted to stay in that house. What they call her, the hind pot?
Oh my God.
Because she wanted to stay in that lifestyle right there that she been known. Look at here. If I was Bill Cosby, I would find me and my wife a small house with 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, just a kitchen, the living room, the backyard, like that right there. Not this big house right here they live in. And my question is, why you got like 2 houses from each other? I don't want that right there. I just want 1 house. That's it I want. But no, Camille wants to stay by Bill Cosby. And that's her man right there. That's the money maker. She wants to stay in that lifestyle forever, her life. Until one of them pass away. That's all, Diva.
Thank you. Felicia, your thoughts?
Well, I'm going to be somewhat kind. They've lost a couple of children.
Yeah, they did.
Mm-hmm. They've been miserable with each other for over 50 years. When she married Billy, she knew he was a hoe.
Oh my God.
He remained a hoe. And then she found out, he's a predator too.
Mm-hmm.
He's just lining up the women and the children. Take advantage.
Oh my gosh.
And just when you say, well, he's too old now, maybe he's going to change his ways.
Mm-hmm.
They create Viagra. And Bill keep going. And then he goes, because he's so arrogant, and he tell the people, yeah, I'll do a deposition. I'll tell you what I did. And he told them. And they said, well, that deal was with the other guy, the other prosecutor. We're going to follow up on this now. And Camille said, thank God. Because finally, he got to be someplace that's not with me. And I get to enjoy my life. And then somebody let him out early. And he said, no, you got to give up the chefs, the driver. You can't have 3 houses. You can't be taking the grandkids where you want. And she said, I'm not changing that. I don't believe that they're without money, maybe for the standard that they're living. They think they have no money. They got money. They can pay off those loans and those debts. They decided not to. And I don't blame them. I'm not changing anything. I've been miserable for a half a century with your whole self. No, we can either going to die and die together, or you're going to die first, and I'm still going to get some joy out of life. But I am not giving up any property, any chefs, no drivers. I believe they also have some property in France. She likes to go out there. She's been going out there for a while. I forget what they call that place. And Bill, I don't care how miserable he is. Somebody in the chat said, well, gee, I heard Bill was going blind. Well, he still seems to be able to find that Spanish fly, so he can still see something. So you know what? I ain't feeling bad about none of it. None of it. I'm done.
Thank you, Savannah. Your thoughts?
I can't follow that. Oh my gosh, I'm in tears over here. I wholeheartedly agree with Felicia. Camille's not giving anything up. She's put her time in, but I also believe that she did know what he was doing and capable of, because at one point she was listed as his business manager. And Camille's not going anywhere. She's accustomed to a lifestyle, and she was comfortable with him being gone, and now having him back in the home, having to deal with this, with new allegations and the continual um, demise of his reputation. So she's serving her sentence already by having to take care of him. So um, I don't think she's going to give anything up. Camille's comfortable.
Whew. Thank you. Katrina, your thoughts?
This is totally sad. This man started out working a long time ago with Let's Do It Again, Fat Albert, I Spy. He was the first black man that was on the series throughout the week with I Spy. And then of course, he did the Cosby Show. Then he came back out and did Cosby. It's a sad situation that he's in this position right now, and that just go to show you, people that have money think they can get away with anything. And I still wants to know the 15-year-old girl in Las Vegas. Like I keep saying, all these people was coming to the Playboy Mansion. Most of them was. Everybody knew what went down at the Playboy Mansion. I'm not victim shaming. I'm just saying everybody know what went down at the Playboy Mansion. And I'm not saying that what he did was wrong, because it was wrong. But what I'm saying is, where was y'all parents when y'all was at the Playboy Mansion? And another thing is, y'all waited all this time, just like you did Diddy and all this. This man had one foot in the grave and another one on a banana peel. And then here y'all come with all this stuff. When this was going on, when he was doing the Cosby Show, why didn't they come out with all this stuff then? Why they wait? I mean, I'm not telling people when to come out, when to do all this. I'm just asking this question. And the thing with his wife, I think the money was in her name. I think he put the money in her name just because of these lawsuits. So I don't even think Bill have access to that money. I think his wife have access to that money, if I'm remembering it correctly. And the 15-year-old up there in Vegas, like, okay, why you with this older man? It's a lot. It's a lot. And like I said, I'm not victim shame or anything like that. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying it's a lot. And I think most of these women thought that Bill Cosby was going to leave his wife for them, and he didn't do it. And maybe that's why they're upset about it. I don't know. It's sad. It's ridiculous. But if his son had that property, I would have rented that property out or let somebody took over or something. But Bill probably never thought that he would be in the situation that he is in now. Only thing I can do is say I feel sorry for you. For Camille, like you said, Camille living her life now because all the bull crap that she had to go through. Look all the humiliation that she went through. I'm like with Felicia Savannah. I won't give up nothing either. I mean, they say he's going blind and all that. And I don't know if he taught the Spanish fly, But they say he's going blind and all that type of stuff. But it's every good in somebody. And like I said, this man gave the people a lot of chances. He brought a lot of people out. And I just feel bad that he did this to himself. I'm not feeling bad. I feel bad for the people as the victim as well. But we used to, I mean, this was every Thursday. Everybody was watching this man. And it's just sad to see it go out like this. It's really, really sad because actually I grew up watching Bill Cosby with the Fat Albert on Saturdays and everything. It's a sad situation all the way around with the victims, with him and the wife. But that's all I got, Diva.
Thank you. Wayne, your thoughts?
Well, I'm not sad. I'm sad for people with children and sleeping under bridges, sleeping out on crates in cities and stuff, trying to stay warm. I'm not sad for somebody who had it all. And I believe this man had financial advisors, and I don't think he broke. But I'm with Camille. I'm riding till the wheels fall off. Why should she have to change anything? Why should she change her lifestyle? I don't think she was in jeopardy of, she had 10 maids or 10 whatever. If that's what they were used to, don't change a thing. You didn't put him in this situation. He did. And I don't bit more feel sorry for Bill Cosby than the man in the moon. Okay? He's old, but guess what? He's just an old predator. All that stuff he did is still there. He's just old. Okay? And he done served his time. He done what he had to do. But still, you have that title. And she got to live with somebody that has that title. I'm done.
Thank you, Sebastian. Your thoughts?
I see where you're coming from, Diva. But I also see where Felicia's coming from, too.
Okay.
Listen, they've been together through the ups and downs. I understand everyone's saying she should pack her bags and go and stuff like that. But it's not that easy. It's not. It's not that easy at all. But for some people, it is easy. It's easy when you have a backbone, when you have a mind. When you have a mind. And she doesn't. In my opinion, she doesn't. She doesn't. Because you're ruining your reputation. Silence is complicity. Tolerance is complicity. And that's what she does by staying with this man. I remember I was young when he got arrested and everything, and the whole thing was on the news. My grandmother was like, they can't be going after him. He can't walk. He can't see. He can't. This is a poor man. They should leave him alone. Oh my God. Years later, when I see him coming out of jail after the whole thing was overturned by the Pennsylvania Supreme Court, I don't know what happened. Another immaculate conception must have happened in his legs. I saw no walker anymore. The eyes were eyeing. He was walking straight, completely fine, smiling, happy. To God's glory, he performed the miracle. I absolutely have no compassion for Bill or Camille. Because Camille doesn't have compassion for the victims of her husband.
Oh my gosh.
It doesn't make sense to me, Diva. Why the hell do they need two houses that are 10 streets apart from each other? 10 streets. You said East 71st and East 61st.
It's true. Yes, it is.
Why do they need two? Why? It's absolutely...
They're not even living in either one of them.
Right. So what is the whole point of having these two properties in New York if you're not even going to live in New York? You're living in Pennsylvania most of the time and France. So what? It's just a waste. It is just a waste. Camille probably no. I have no sympathy for any of them. They didn't have sympathy for victims. It's just disgusting and gross what this man has done. And remember, when Wendy Williams was talking about Bill Cosby, she was getting a lot of hate too. But I'm done. I'm done with these two.
Thank you. E, your thoughts?
Well, again, beware. Beyonce, I hope you're watching. Because Camille is just like Jennifer Lopez. She thinks she can have it all. And the marriage, the kids, the fame and fortune. And ma'am, you cannot have it all. If Bill is losing his house, well, not that I give a damn about Bill, but Bill is going to need some place to stay. And he might have to come to France, and y'all gonna have to come up with an arrangement. Camille is 80 years old. This is retirement age, past retirement age. And if you have not been careful with your spending, and you put it all behind Bill, then you're going to have to warm it up, put some new heat under that old honey pot and some hot water, because now it's going to be time to shake something. Okay, because if Bill's life is changing and you're all he can hold on to now, you're his spouse, then now your life has to change too. There's some inconvenience coming your way. You get what I'm saying?
I do.
This is the price you pay for walking around with the last name Cosby. It's embarrassing. And, I was going to say there's nothing wrong with Camille, except she overstayed her time past the expiration date. And then, I listened to Sebastian, and there was a whole lot of truth there too. For me, as soon as they turned the key on the jail cell, and the lawyer said he was legally blind and couldn't walk, if I was Camille, I would have called Cordell and Cordell divorce attorneys. She should have divorced his ass as soon as he said his vision was gone and he couldn't see what he was signing. He was already in the giving mood. Alicia said he did the disposition and admitted to giving the girls the Spanish fly, the same thing that Charlemagne the God gives women. Bill was convicted. That was your silver bullet right there. You missed your window of opportunity to be done with this mess once and for all. I would have packed up that house, emptied the bank account, and I would have got the hell on. It's a sad tale of a woman who cannot let go. But this is what happens when we overstay past the honeymoon period just to say we are married. Get rid of that dream. You're married for 50 years. Had it been me, it would have been 47. Because like I said, this is embarrassing. I would have cleared my name, cleared any potential creditors, and started a whole new life. When people say, why should Camille have to change from the lifestyle from which she has become accustomed, our biblical literature teaches us change is inevitable. And each season of life has a new purpose. That, which Camille and Bill have gone through, represented a new purpose. Life was supposed to change. Once the marriage became embarrassing, your season was up. It was time to change course. Now you have to live with these decisions. I hope you enjoy this new phase of life. Choo-choo!
Whoop is right, Flip. Okay. Y'all rough tonight. But listen, I'm about to close out, but before I do, I'm going to squeeze in. We're just going to watch the video. When you work somewhere 35 years, and instead of ending your 35 years having a retirement party, I guess getting a watch from the company you work for, good wishes from everybody who work with you, and then going and living a life of luxury with your big fat pension and all of the perks that you get for being a cop, you gotta go down a hall of shame. This Jeffrey Madry, chief of police in New York City, former chief of police. First, he resigned because he got caught up in this overtime for sex scandal. And then, insult to injury, they just raided his home. So what are they looking for? They're looking for something more. But it's just super sad that people don't even respect their own jobs anymore. 35 years on the job, and you're going down in history. Maybe you're going to end up in a cell next to some of the people that you put behind bars, and all for what? Because you wanted to have sex with somebody other than your wife. Let's take a look. Why they gotta get the pictures of your car? Not the Fed, a photographer in the building. Not you showing the address where he lives. I guess the wife moved out. At least she wasn't there the day of the raid. Maybe he knew the raid was coming. He told her, don't be home. They got a nice house. Got a Benz in the garage. Not you. Come on, they should have blurred out the man's license plate. Got a little swimming pool. It's terrible. It's sad. But you know what? This what he set his life up for. Hold on, let me pause this and I'll go through it real quick.
Is this Queens?
I think that's where his home is at. So ex-NYPD honcho Jeffrey Madry's Queens home was raided by the feds Thursday as investigators probe salacious accusations he traded sexual favors for an underling for obscene overtime. The probe by the Southern District of New York. Listen, the Southern District of New York is busy because they're the ones that got the Diddy case. Okay. Is centered on whether federal funds was misused to pay for the subordinates' alleged stolen overtime, sources told the Post. Madry, who resigned last month as the NYPD's chief of department, was suspended Thursday morning. Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch said in a statement revealing the investigation and the raids on Madry homes and other locations. They got some stuff out of his home. Madry was suspended from the department this morning as law enforcement agents executed search warrants at several locations, including his residence, she said, without specifying which other places were raided. His girlfriend probably spot. The NYPD Internal Affairs Bureau is working with law enforcement authorities on the probe. Tisch added, directing questions to the Southern District of New York. Video obtained by the Post showed federal agents hauling boxes from Madry's Rosedale house and taking photographs. Madry has served as the NYPD's highest ranking uniform officer. He abruptly put in his resignation papers. So how do you suspend somebody who resigned, which has not yet gone all into effect? On December 20th, after the Post uncovered explosive accusations that he demanded sexual favors for a subordinate in exchange for astronomical amounts of overtime. He has admitted to having a consensual adult relationship with Lieutenant Quatisha Epps, but denied her claims that he routinely preyed upon her and demanded sexual favors. Epps has levied the allegations against Marjorie in a complaint she filed against the city with the Federal Equal Opportunity Commission. She alleged Marjorie engaged in quid pro quo sexual harassment by coercing her to perform unwanted sexual favors in exchange for overtime opportunities in the workplace. Epps, who held her administrative post in Marjorie's office, was the NYPD's top earner in fiscal year 2024 payroll data show. She ranked in $400,000 that year, with overtime pay amounting for more than half records show. A deputy chief overseeing overtime in Marjorie's office, Paul, was placed on modified leave amid the scandal, the Post has also learned. Chris, who heads the Captain's Endowment Association union representing Paul, distanced the chief from the accusations. Using commanding officers oversee overtime in a given command, Moynihan told the Post. However, in a very unusual circumstance, the lieutenant in question reported exclusively and directly to the chief of department, who gave her assignments and authorized her overtime. Epps, when contacted by the Post, referred questions to her attorney, who didn't return a request for comment. The Post also reached out to Marjorie's lawyer Thursday after the raids, but he didn't hear back. NYPD cops are required to give 30 days notice before leaving the force for retirement. Giving the agency time to wrap up loose ends, including pending internal investigation. The NYPD Internal Affairs Bureau is tasking with making referrals to outside prosecutors, including the Manhattan U.S. Attorney Office. The same federal office was behind a spat of stunning raids on top officials in City Hall in September, and Mayor Eric Adams' historic bribery and corruption indictment, to which he has pleaded not guilty. The raids Thursday were only the latest to hit an ally of Adams, who last week tried to distance himself from Marjorie, even as he defended the former police official's checkered record. The relationship between Marjorie and Adams go back years, insiders say. The mayor went to bat for Marjorie in the wake of a separate scandal involving a subordinate that resulted in a messy federal sexual harassment lawsuit in 2016. The underling, a woman NYPD officer, accused Marjorie of pressuring her into a sordid sexual relationship. At one point, she pointed a gun at Marjorie after he allegedly attacked and choked her, according to the lawsuit. Marjorie denied the accusations, and the lawsuit was later dismissed. Although the NYPD later docked him 45 vacation days for carrying on an affair, court papers state. Adams afterward helped put Marjorie's career back on track to a top spot in the NYPD, insiders say. Just days after Adams nabbed the win in 2021 general election, and weeks before he named Kachant Sowell as police commissioner, Marjorie was loudly bragging to cops that he would soon be chief of the department under the new mayor, sources said. As Mayor Adams continued to defend Marjorie after his pal allegedly interfered with the arrest of an ex-cop who pointed a pow at 3 teens in 2021. The NYPD watchdog in 2023 found that Marjorie abused his authority, prompting Sowell to discipline him. But Adams and high-level city officials, City Hall, defended Marjorie, undercutting Sowell and partly leading to her departure. I think he handled it appropriately, Adams said before the discipline decision. I have the utmost confidence in Chief Marjorie. Last week, Adams contended Marjorie was involved in city government before his administration. He then defended Marjorie's record leading the NYPD and argued past mayors have hired friends without controversy. His policing practices and what he has done as a police officer, the knowns, I have been extremely proud of those knowns, Adams said. Those are the things that people knew him for and what he has done. You can't predict unknowns, he added. And these are troubling allegations. One of Marjorie's neighbors told the Post she hasn't seen him since news of the scandal broke. He's a nice guy, but you don't see the inside of a person, she said. They can be nice on the outside, but deep inside, you don't know what's going on. When you're in a certain position, you really shouldn't get involved in certain situations. The neighbor said it's ugly, and she ain't never lied. This thing is ugly. Tay, your thoughts?
He just wants some pretty young thing. That's what poverty is right there. Dude, you should have kept it in your pants. You been in the law enforcement for a long time. You were supposed to be protecting young girls and young boys from the predator. But no, you are a predator hunting prey to that lieutenant right there that you trying to do to her right there. I feel bad for your wife. I really do. That's just plain nasty and gross right there. If I was the wife, I would have left here in the first place. Taking his count, take it to the house, take that car. I'll take it to the cleaner and clean the count. So he won't have nothing at all. Throw his clothes outside. Tell him, don't come back, Jack, and don't you come back no more. And that's all, Diva.
Thank you, Felicia. Your thoughts?
You know, I am so glad to hear that the FBI raided that infected house. You know, her husband was booting it up everywhere. In the office, in the police car, in the neighborhood park. And according to Epps' statement, he didn't have any wipes or soap and water. He just had KY jelly on him all the time. So he was a walking infection. He's disgusting. But what I found interesting in this particular article, it said that they were looking to see if he used federal money to pay her this overtime. And I'm like, wow. So he being arrogant and don't give a damn about the tax money.
Come on now.
Said, yeah, because they said he authorized it. He signed and authorized. They want to see where that money came from. He didn't care. As long as the women were bootying up, and let's be clear, it was more than one. And, you know, on their knees or dropping it low or whatever, wherever they were, one police plaza, the 84th precinct, the 79th precinct, the 54th precinct, because he had, let's not forget, the driver earned $163,000.
Oh, good gosh.
In overtime. So the driver was taking him to his places of where he was committing crimes and assaults and violating his co-workers. And so they were getting paid. All these people are getting paid. And Jessica Tisch, the newest commissioner, says, let me get the FBI over there so we can get these documents. So that's letting me know that STD Madry was not cooperative. And he's trying to hide out. So they said they went to several locations. He did what Eric did. I don't know if y'all know this, but when they raided the mayor's financial headquarters, they went to several places. And he came back from D.C. and we don't know where he was for about 7 hours. But he was somewhere. So these places that they go to, they think everybody is kind of in the dark. But the FBI ain't dark. They know where you're at.
Yeah, they do.
So they went to go get these papers. Now, anybody who might be in this chat, got a family member in the NYPD and worked under this guy under the last 35 years, keep your head on a swivel and mind what you say on the phone. Because this idiot, he's an idiot, because we just read what they said the policy is. You got to give 30 days notice.
Yeah.
So he thought he was going to get his money too.
He did.
So he's out of money right now. He didn't get no pay. Forget your vacation time, because somebody who's going around and bootying up people all day long, they don't take vacation. Okay, they don't take that. So
They did the ultimate, Felicia. She suspended him.
right. So he can't even get vacation money.
Mm-mm.
He can't get comp money. He
Mm-mm.
can't get sick days. He's such an idiot. He didn't even go out on disability where they couldn't have challenged it. He could have still been getting in some money. But no, he messed it all up. And forget a pension right now. Maybe if you're lucky and they work out a deal with you, you'll get a pension in 2026. But it ain't looking good for him right now.
It ain't looking good.
So he was the pimp popo. So he not to be on the streets now, out there in East New York and Brownsville, pimping them women out there trying to get them dollars, because it's bad.
I'm trying to just get a place to lay his head at night.
Well, he can go over there with the Cosbys. Their place is empty.
Oh my God, Savannah, your thoughts?
Diva, go ahead and skip me on this story, please.
No problem. Yes, Katrina, your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm with Felicia. This is ridiculous, from the mayor on down to the police department, police chief, to the lieutenants, to the driver. All of them need to be round up and put in a paddy wagon, because ain't none of them innocent. Even though one got caught with his hand in the cookie jar, their hands was in there too. All of them need to be arrested, not just him. All of them, because all of them know exactly what they was doing. They knew that they was taking taxpayer money. They didn't care. They just wanted their fun and wanted their bills paid. But the taxpayers out there was paying their bills. So all of them need to be round up and put in the paddy wagon. That's all I got.
Thank you. Wayne, your thoughts?
I ain't got nothing for this loser tonight.
Thank you. Sebastian, your thoughts?
It was nice seeing that house. That reminded me of my childhood, because I'm from Queens, so I knew that neighborhood. I don't know that neighborhood, but I knew, like, this is how houses in Queens look like. Like, that's Queens. There's a lot in this whole case, because we are forgetting that these are federal funds, taxpayer funds that were given to what's her name? Quatisha? Quatisha Epps in half of her salary for that year, because it was overtime. Also, I know people are gonna get mad, but it's okay. I don't think of Quatisha as a victim. I think of her as this was a convenience to her. This was a relationship. Her and Jeffrey had a relationship. I'm gonna be doing this for you. You gonna make sure I get the overtime. I get everything. She's not fully innocent. I think she made herself become a victim so she could get off some charges if she were to get some, which is smart. I'm not gonna say it's wrong, which is smart. But the wife needs to run and get lost completely. Change your name, divorce him, then change your name, lose all contact you have with him. If you have kids with him, I'm pretty sure your kids are grown. They can know your information. He has nothing to, he don't need to know anything about you anymore. Because this is gross. This is honestly disgusting. And I don't like that the New York City, I like this and I don't like it at the same time. New York City is one of the biggest cities in the world in terms of population and etc. And I think it's practically one of the biggest cities in America as well. Well, in the world, but like it's one of the cities with the most people in America as well. So corruption exists everywhere, but I'm glad there's the side of me is it's sad to see that a city that has a lot of people that contributes a lot to the economy is going through this huge amounts of corruption with coming from the mayor, the chief of police, and etc. It's just honestly disgusting, and it's rude to the many it's horrible to the many taxpayers that live in New York City, because people keep forgetting in New York City, if you live in New York City, you pay New York City income tax, you pay state income tax, and you pay federal income tax. Living in New York City is no joke. And for people in New York to be ridiculed like this by having leaders like this who do stuff like this, it's just completely, no, it's abhorrent. I feel so bad. But I'm glad that the corruption that exists within the NYPD is coming out, because I do believe the NYPD has been corrupt for many years. And you know what? I don't think Quatisha is the only person that has been with Jeffrey in terms of getting some overtime pay. I don't think she's the only one. I think there's going to be some more. And there needs to be a forensic accountant, because these are public funds that are going out here paying them for overtime. There needs to be an accountant to like analyze this. This is no joke.
Oh no, they getting to the bottom of this. Believe that, Sebastian. By the time this is all said and done, some people will probably gonna have to go back on payment plans to pay this money back. But it is sad. They are. E, your thoughts?
Well, this man is good as God. I mean, it's over.
Yeah.
The FBI is involved. The EEOC has the pay stubs. I mean, that's damning evidence. Over 1,600 hours and stubs of OT. The contract was for 204,000, and Quintisha got 200,000 more. That is egregious.
It is.
She bringing in almost $500,000,
Ooh.
and she's a lieutenant, and she wasn't the only one. Felicia mentioned the driver. There was also a detective named Ingrid who got over 150,000 in overtime last year as well. Yep, $300,000. So, you know, all the wives listening, do you hear the news? These mistresses are getting up to $300,000 a year for having sex with your blue-collar husband if they high up on the food chain. What did the wife get besides embarrassed, potential STDs, and your house on the news? That's embarrassing. This is what happens when you think you can have it all, because she should have left his ass. I mean, she should have left him. Just like Camille, just like Jennifer Lopez. It's unfortunate. And we have to learn to dream new dreams. You know, it's sad. I think in April, they said that they repealed the law of adultery being illegal. You know, it's sad, because I do feel like when we enter into these situations, these partnerships, you know, there is a level of trust that we bestow to our partners to not only care for us and represent us well and not bring any shame to the family name and embarrass our children, but also to health. The most alarming thing to me is when you said they were trying to get his sample so that they could test him for these potential diseases. And for me, that means somebody has something. Somebody has something, and it's damning. It's damning. And not only has he embarrassed himself, but he's embarrassed the department. This is a terrible stain, especially during an election year, and your mayor is trying to clean up his image and cozy up to the orange man coming in. This is unbelievable how many people will be negatively impacted at work. And I hear what Sebastian said, and I love you, Sebastian. I hear what Sebastian says, that Quintisha is not innocent. You know, she was sleeping with the married man. I give you that. But the onus is on him. He should not have been having an affair with his subordinate. It's a violation of the code of conduct. And you're married. This is going to cost people. And crime, we just saw what happened yesterday with the nightclub. I believe that was in New York, with the tragedy that happened. We need our police to have the funds necessary to provide adequate staffing for the city. We don't know what's about to take place with the new regime coming in. And so this does not look good. It could not have happened at a worse time. Shame on you.
You ain't never lied. Shame on you. And you know what also it presents, which is so sad? Now the people that have legit overtime or need legit overtime in the future, every single second is going to be under a microscope, being scrutinized. and you're, you know, when people do bad things, it's always the innocent ones that are impacted, which is so incredibly sad. So incredibly sad. But you know, we're going to stay connected to this story, but I know it got to be a lot deeper if they needed the feds to go and raid your home to get evidence. Yeah, shame on you that you're telling the truth here. It is very, very sad. And these ladies that found themselves in these situations, like the Katisha Epps, I don't know if she got any overtime before 2024. She's 10 toes down that it started in 2024. So you came this far and you losing your job, your reputation, and everything over 1 year. Just
it's something incurable, in my opinion, that has taken place. Something incurable happened.
And she's a 3-time cancer survivor. She survived cancer to be taken down by Katisha. Yeah.
And she's this reckless?
That part, well, you know what? That's a good word to use. Yes, it is, Sebastian. That's a good word to use. Very reckless. She survived cancer 3 times. She even did like little cancer workshops at the, you know, police station, showing people how to apply makeup and just different things. 3 times.
Do you have her picture? Can we see what she looks like?
Yeah, I'll show her picture real quick before we get out of here. Let me see.
What a shame.
What a shame, right? Let me see if I could bring her up. And there's other pictures of her. That's her right there.
Beautiful. She could have gotten any man. What is this?
This is crazy. And that's not even, let me see. There's some other even nicer pictures of her. I just can't pull them up like that quickly, but she's nice looking. Why she did this to herself? I don't know.
Now she ruined her whole reputation as well.
She ruined everything. She sure
gonna have to go live with Camille.
She sure is. She's gonna have to go live with Camille.
The love of money is the root of all evil.
Well, that part right there. Now wait, let me show you a couple more, and then we're gonna close out. There she is. Look at her red dress. Got her award from the police. Beautiful. All that. Look at her.
This is so sad.
It's sexing on the job. He had her bent over on the couch. Telling her to kiss it at the job in the police. She said, but look at the little thing. Y'all show up and I'll show out. She sure did. She sure did. She showed out all right. All over that big fat Marjorie. Listen, y'all. So girl, so glad you survived. 5 cousins from one family gone. Oh, okay. So listen, guys, y'all know the routine. Thanks for being here with me tonight. I appreciate y'all. If you didn't hit that like button on the way in, hit the like button on the way out. Tonight was Family Matters. Jay-Z got to win. JLo needs help. Bill Cosby, I guess unless they come for that Philadelphia home, you know, him and Camille going to be homeless. How they let them 2 properties in New York just fall underwater? Messy boots, okay? But anyway, guys, and Jeffrey Maddrey, what a whole hot freaking stinking mess. I want to see his wife. I'm going to try to find a picture of her. But listen, guys, good night and goodbye, everybody. Thanks for being here.
Do not cheat the devil, strike the 250. Thank you.